All right, so we are doing something a little bit different today. We're gonna try something new. We're actually doing a packing video for a cruise because we've been on a lot of cruises now, and sometimes people ask, well, how do you know what to take with you? So we're gonna help you figure that out. Get ready for the action shot. Ooh. Okay, step one for a packing video. Get a suitcase. Step two for a packing video.
Know how to open the suitcase.
Unzip the damn suitcase. What the hell? Okay. Voila! Empty suitcase. All right, so now we get to start filling it up with everything that we need for our vacation. So the first thing I do when I'm trying to pack for a cruise is I check the weather because we want to make sure we have the right clothing according to the temperature and the weather that it's going to be. We like to be safe, and we fly in the night before a cruise so that we know we're going to be there for embarkation?
Embarkation.
For
leaving.
embarkation.
Yeah,
sometimes people fly in the day of the cruise, and that can be a little hairy because if you do that and something happens with your flight, you could miss the boat.
Especially in the wintertime like this, where it's January and you could have snowstorms. We're leaving from Chicago, so it could happen where you suddenly flights get canceled and then you miss your embarkation, you miss your cruise, and that's no bueno.
Yeah, holiday travel is always risky, so I definitely would err on the side of caution. But we do anyway, usually. So we'll take a night flight, fly in, get a hotel room for that night, and just make sure that we're like ready to go. And that way we have a chill next morning when we get on the cruise ship. We don't have to hurry up. We don't have to go to an airport. We're just like already there, close to the port and ready to go. This is kind of a weird cruise for us because it's not like super hot and humid like it normally is. It's actually a little cold. So we are going to pack accordingly. The very first thing I do when I'm packing for a cruise, passport. If you don't have your passport, you can't get on the ship. So make sure you have your passport. I have a nice little passport holder. Look at it, and a Nine Inch Nails backstage pass. How cool is that? Anyway, put the passport in your carry-on. So this is my bag I will have with me at all times. This will be checked. This will be put with the luggage people for the cruise ship. This goes out of my sight. This one does not. So passport tucked away so it's safe and secure, and I know that it's in there. I will check 20 times before I leave to make sure that I did it, but it's there. Next thing I have, iPad. We got the internet package this time. Normally we don't. So I have an iPad in case I want to check anything. Next thing, just kidding. So it's very, 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 very well known that cruise ships do not have enough outlets. So people had been bringing these along, and cruise ships have now outlawed them. I would definitely check with your specific cruise company to make sure that they don't allow these, but 90% chance these are not allowed because they're a fire hazard. So instead of that, we take this. We do have a lot of stuff that we need to charge because we have cameras, we have mics now that we're doing the YouTube thing. So we do have a little brick. It just plugs right into an outlet and we can charge 4 things at once. And it is really handy. And then along with that, because we have iPhones, we have these little travel chargers. So it just pops up like that. And then we also have Apple Watches. So this just pops out like that. And it fits together. And then you can also charge some AirPods as well.
And that's one USB-C. So all that charging from one USB-C cable, which is awesome.
Yeah, charging 3 things basically on one device. So that also helps save some of those very precious outlets that you need. So I highly recommend getting something similar to this, and then definitely get something like this. If you have brick that has like normal outlets on it. Kind of like this, but without the cable. Royal has also just outlawed those as well. So you cannot have anything like that, but you can have one with USB ports on it still. And then along with that, I bring lots of cables. USB-C cables. I have one that can charge with normal USB or USB-C to USB-C. Anyway, just make sure you have enough cables for what you need. And these I also put in my carry-on, just because these to me are like precious. If I lost these, I would cry. Next up, let's do toiletries. I have this little toiletry bag. It has a little hook on it, so you can just hang it up. And it's got most of the things I need in it. I always bring like tummy pills, like Tums, something like that, because for some reason my tummy always gets like super upset on cruise ships. So that is the one thing I always make sure I have in here. But it's nice having a little toiletry bag that hangs because space can be limited on a cruise ship. And this is really easy just to hang on a towel bar. I guess the next important thing, being a goth going on a cruise, is going to be sunscreen. Okay, so you're probably thinking, why do you have so much sunscreen? Well, you have to have your face sunscreen. You gotta have, I don't know, your sun bum. You gotta have your...
What is that for?
It's for your bum. It's when you sun your bum. You got a sun bum. That is coral reef safe, I believe. Then we have our sports. In case we do anything sweaty, we got to have those. I have some shimmer lotion in case I want to look a little sparkly. And then we also have the high tan sunscreen.
No.
Nah, just kidding. But also very important for fair skin. If you do accidentally sun too much, you might want to bring something along that will help you if you do get burnt. So here's some aloe vera after sun gel. If you put it on, it'll help you so you don't peel. I also have this stuff that I just bought. I haven't used it yet. It has lidocaine in it in case you do get crispy. You can actually use this and it will help hopefully take a little bit of the sting away. So anyway, very important goth stuff, all the sunscreen. Also important sun-wise, you want to bring a big hat, because not only will you look fabulous at the beach, darling, I've been watching too much Drag Race, but it will also cover you from the sun. So good thing to have a hat. Also sunglasses, because not only do you want to look cool, but you also don't want to have sun in your eyes the whole time. So there you go. Sunglasses. These I will actually put in my carry-on. Speaking of sun, I got some bathing suit action going on here. Make sure you have all the right bits and pieces for the bathing suits that you want. Noelle's pro tip is to make sure you have a couple of bathing suit choices. Not because, oh, you want to make sure you're wearing something different every day, but in case you do go swimming and you get one wet, you can have that hanging and drying in your room. And then the next day, you can put on your other bathing suit and you won't have to wear your wet one that is still in the process of drying. So at least 2 bathing suits. If I'm doing a shore excursion that might be a little sporty, weird, I know, but you never know. Some people like to do sports things. I would take a one-piece, just so you're more comfortable. You can do more action-y things without worrying about, bits slipping out. So normally, Walter and I, we have our own snorkel equipment that we will take with us. If you rent, usually you can rent snorkel equipment through the cruise line as like a shore excursion, but I don't like the idea of putting my mouth on a mouthpiece that other people have put their mouth on. Kind of like squicks me out a bit. So we bought our own. It was like $30 or something on Amazon, maybe $50. So normally we would take this with us. Got a nice bag for it to be in. But because it's going to be a little chilly, I actually don't think we're going to bring our snorkel equipment this time. We do like to take a beach bag, though, with us. Just because if you do go walking on the beach, you know, sometimes you can find stuff that you want to buy. Or if you have a towel, you want to take that with you. Some other weird random stuff we take with us. We have towel clips. So you can clip your towel to the back of your chair. And it's just nice because then your towel doesn't go flying off your chair. And it's actually easier to spot your chair. Hey, look, I found the bag. We've been missing this bag. I've been looking for it to use at events, and I just found it. Oh, hey, look. And I found this. So this is my lanyard. It's from Royal Caribbean from when we went on Utopia. We're going on another Royal Caribbean ship, so I'm going to reuse my lanyard. And this will hold our key card. What's it called?
Sea Pass?
Our Sea Pass. Which is basically like your card to get in your room, your card that you hook up to a credit card so you can use it to pay for everything. It's basically like your life on a ship. You have to use it to check out of the ship when you're going on shore, use it to check back into the ship. Basically, you want it with you at all times. So very important. Always have a lanyard with you. It's super, super handy. We have our luggage tag. So, this is from our celebrity cruise. So when you book a cruise, maybe like a month or so before the cruise starts, they'll send you these luggage tags. It's not...
They're not sticky or anything. So you have to print them out on paper, do a magic fold, and then you can tape them together and attach them to your luggage. However, you can easily go on Amazon and find these plastic containers that you can put your folded luggage tag in, and therefore they are secure and safe and will get your luggage perfectly to your room.
Again, you can get these on Amazon for, I don't know, like 20 bucks or something for...
If even.
Yeah, for a bunch of them. So we always take this with us. Okay, so we're dumb. We're dumb. We do dumb things. And so the last cruise we went on was for Walter's birthday. So I bought these little door magnets. Cruise ships have strict rules about hanging things. You cannot use tape. You cannot use glue. But the doors and the walls of a cruise ship are metal. So you can get away with hanging magnets. So I bought these little magnets off of probably Amazon again, maybe Etsy, and they just are little happy birthday decorations. You might think, wow, that's really dumb. Why would I do that? These are also really helpful if you're coming home drunk at the end of the night. It's really easy to spot your door when you're going down. I would definitely check, though, with your cruise line. Maybe check out some like forums or something to see if like people do decorate their doors, because I feel like it's more acceptable on some cruise lines and some cruise lines it's not. Royal, did we see any on Royal?
Well,
I don't know.
Royal is celebrity. And my birthday cruise was celebrity, and the door right next to us had them as well.
Yeah.
So I would think...
And it was also their birthday.
Royal is probably all right. I never saw them on Virgin, so maybe Virgin is a no-go. But
because Virgin's more... Because it's all adults. But the big one that it is definitely acceptable on, I would actually say it's probably a little more encouraged on, are the Disney cruises. Because it's a lot of kids, it's a lot of families. So Disney cruises will have, like, most of the doors, I feel, in a hallway are going to be decorated as opposed to not decorated. The next stupid thing Noelle has, this is just dumb. These are inflatable drink holders that I take to the beach. They're dumb. But they make it so my drink doesn't spill over, and that makes me happy. The other thing I take is just a waterproof cell phone holder. So if I am getting in the water, I don't have to worry about my phone. I've actually used it and taken video through like the little cutout thing in the back. I don't know, $5 on Amazon. It's something nice to have, a little peace of mind, so you don't have to leave your phone like sitting on a beach chair somewhere. Along with my bathing suits, I also like to bring a little cover up, just a little sarong thing, easy to throw on if I'm going from the pool to our room. Clothes-wise, I actually keep it really simple, just shorts, shirts. Usually I'll bring a lot of tank tops. Because the weather is going to be a little wonky, I'm going to make sure I bring a hoodie, just in case it does get cold on the ship. If you're walking around the deck, like at night, it can get a little chilly, a little windy, so it's good to have a hoodie. Next, you're like, why does Noelle have a white dress? Like, what? I thought you were goth, Noelle. What the hell? So the reason why I have a white dress and the reason why I have, disco earrings and this crazy jumpsuit is because there are theme nights on our cruise. So one of the nights is a white party. That's pretty typical on cruise ships. Virgin, though, has a red party. So again, just check your itinerary. It should say on your days like what the theme of the day is. So our first night on the cruise is disco. So we bought some disco clothes. Can't wait for you to see Walter's because it's amazing. So we'll just pack that away. All the accessories. The second night is a white night. Third night's a Caribbean night. You don't have to participate in theme nights, but we like to dress up and we think it's fun. And it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun to see people dressed up and I like to be part of that. And so we try to dress up as much as we can for those things. Bottle of wine. You probably are thinking, is that for after you're done packing celebration? Well, yes, okay, it is. But the reason why I have the bottle of wine is that most cruise ships will allow you to take a bottle of wine or it's like a 6-pack of beer per person in your cabin onto the ship. It does have to be sealed and it has to be in your carry-on that you take on board. I'm not actually going to take this bottle of wine with me because we have to fly. So if we do decide we want to get a special bottle of wine, we'll take an Uber or something to a convenience store where we can pick something up. Usually we don't because we try to get the beverage package. This time we have the beverage package, so this will be after packing wine. If you're having a nice dinner, pack something, a nice dress. Some restaurants on board will have dress codes. Usually you kind of want to dress up a little bit for your evening activities. So if you're going to a show, if you're going to a nice dinner, you don't want to be wearing flip-flops and a tank top and shorts because that's not acceptable for the nicer restaurants. Yeah, so it just depends on what you're doing on your cruise. So just, if you can, ahead of time, look at an itinerary, figure out what you want to do, what you don't want to do. If you want to keep it casual and you don't want to do a fancy dinner every night or any night, then don't bring any fancy clothes. Because it's my birthday, we are doing dinners, plus we're foodies and we like, kind of splurging on our food. Shoes. Okay. The one shoes you do not see me bringing along is you do not see me bringing big stompy boots. I love my big stompy boots.
Oops.
They are like my favorite thing in the world, but on a cruise ship, not so much. You're on a boat, it's rocking back and forth. So I would probably stick with like simple flip-flops for the day. I have a little dressier sandals for night. I do have some dress sandals to wear with fancy dresses that are coming because my cat peed on them. That one, that bad cat right there. Oh, speaking of shoes, Walter, what are those?
For the first time, I have a pair of cruise Crocs.
Look at those. They have like cruise charms on them. Got a little pirate parrot and a little tiki drink. Those are
I've
Fabulous.
always worn flip-flops, brought flip-flops with, but they kind of like, they smack, they kind of not the easiest thing to use. So I'm going to go with a pair of cruise Crocs this time, sand colored, tiki adorned, and we'll wear those to the beach and around the ship. And
There
they're
you go.
comfortable. I don't care. I said it. There it is. I said it.
But the one thing is, for certain activities on the cruise we're going on, you actually have to wear tennis shoes.
Like zip lining.
Like the zip line. So I will actually have to pack a pair of tennis shoes because I do plan on zip lining this time around, just so we could show you the zip line experience. Here's what we don't bring. Don't bring these. Don't try to bring in open bottles of alcohol. Don't bring your cat. As much as I love her, she is not going to be welcome on board because she's not a service animal. I believe service animals are allowed if you need to bring one. A lot of cruise ships have places for them to relieve themselves. And Icon actually has a dog on board, like a ship dog. So that's kind of cool. I want to go on Icon so I can meet the ship dog. We don't bring robes. We don't bring towels. If you want to walk around in a robe, some ships will provide them. Some of them won't. Some of them you have to ask for them. And it really kind of depends also on your room type. I feel like if you have a suite, they usually do have robes and slippers in them. If you don't have a suite, depending on the cruise line, sometimes you can request them. Sometimes you can't. So if you really want a robe, check with your cruise line. Towels, there are towels provided. There are pool towels in the pool area. It was Royal, right? Where we had to check out our towel before going to the private island. So that actually really sucked. So I would actually take a towel because of that. But it's just more room in our luggage. It's easy because we're doing a 3-day cruise, so we don't have to bring that much stuff. But if we were on a 7-day cruise, like this luggage space is going to be really important. I usually don't bring things like games because they'll usually have like board games and stuff on board. There'll be enough stuff around to entertain you. They have movies that you can watch, TV, shows. I don't know. I normally don't bring anything to entertain myself except for my iPad in case I need it. Books, if you're a reader, you want to read by the pool, bring a book along. This normally would go in my carry-on anyway, my AirPods and my book. So I have stuff for the plane. So I'll put that in there. I always kind of bring like maybe an extra shirt, extra shorts, because like if you only have one outfit per day, you could end up doing something like you go to the pool and then you put your shorts on and then your shorts are wet. So you go back to your room, you don't want to put those shorts back on. So I'd probably just bring an extra pair of clothes just in case something like that happens. Bring comfortable shoes, any medications you have, just like any other travel, put them in your carry-on. Do not check them because if your bag gets lost, you want to make sure you have your important stuff with you. And yeah, I guess the most important thing to bring
is be sure you pack fun.
I was just gonna say that! Darn you! I swear to God he reads my mind. Anyway, yes. Make sure you bring along your ability to just have fun. Like, I know, we're goths. We want to be spooky and dramatic all the time. Nah, cruise isn't really a place to do that. Just go with the flow, have fun. You're gonna hear a lot of hip-hop music, a lot of Caribbean music. It's not going to be your speed, but you know what? Just go with it. Have fun. Grab a little drink with a umbrella in it, maybe some rum, and just have a good time. So
the Cure records will still be there when you get back.
Exactly. You can come home, be spooky again. Only advice that I have to give in life is just be yourself. So whatever that means, if you want to bring your platform boots, if you want to bring your spiked high heels, if you want to bring your, I don't know, weird Dracula cape, do that. All right, so if you have any tips on things that you like to bring on cruises, or if what we packed doesn't make any sense to you, make sure you comment below. And if you did like this video, if this helped you for anything you're going on in the future, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tune in for more of our videos. This is We Got This Adventures. That end part was a fail. You just cut it after We Got This Adventures. Finger guns. I don't know why I did that, but there you go. Should I do like bats instead? Little flying bats.